What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Francesca Ramirez, and you're listening to The Biz with D.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for now tuning in to The Biz with D on My Fierce Wings Radio. And right now we have a good friend of mine, Francesca Ramirez, who is a phenomenal singer-songwriter, dancer, owns her own jewelry line, Lucky Flirts, which I absolutely love and adore. And she has a hot blog. She's just overall a phenomenal superstar. She's with us. What's going on, my friend?
You're so sweet. Oh, man. Yeah, I got all those things. I guess I can call myself a little hustler or a diva, the female version of a hustler.
Well, definitely. And, we've known each other for a long time, but let me ask you, how did you get started? Those who may not know who you are, tell them how you got started, in the music industry.
Well, for those who don't know who I am and don't know my story, I'm sorry if it gets a little loud because I'm actually outdoors. I started singing at the age of 12. Well, let's just wait for this guy to get out of here. 1 second, guys. Oh, God. Sorry,
no worries. We can always edit that part out.
If you live in LA, you know that there's no such thing as quiet LA. There's always freaking noises, and now there's a helicopter surrounding the Grove, which is great. Let me see.
Oh, but we can't hear. We just hear you.
So, as I was saying, I started my career when I was 12 years old. Actually, my dad is a musician, and he had a band at the time. And me, as a 12-year-old, I used to come with him to all of his gigs. And one of the gigs that he had was actually a very important gig, and his lead singer got sick. Well, Francesca, you're the one who's going to sing tonight, because he knew that I knew all of the songs, and I knew the entire show because I was a fan of them. Right. And I sang that one song that one night, and I guess I got my confidence like that, and I was probably like 10 years old when this happened. And I officially became the lead singer of his cover band in Puerto Rico. So that's really how I started my career in music, because other than me being a dancer since the age of 3, I've always had a passion for dancing, and that was like my strength. I spent a lot of time by myself and at home, so I developed a passion for music and singing and all that. I guess you can say that's how everything started.
Most definitely. And I have to say, for people who haven't heard your voice, they need to go check out your single, With or Without You, which is phenomenal. It's your brand new single. It's hot. And you teamed up with W.O.W.Y, who produced Turn Up the Music, and you also did a cover to Turn Up the Music, which got some great response. And Chris Brown tweeted that. Can I ask first, before we talk about the single, how that feeling was for you?
Well, me working with W.O.W.Y, who I believe is one of the greatest producers, it was an amazing experience. And With or Without You was also written by Red Styles and Little Eddie and Lyrica Anderson, who are really known in the writing world. And I was very blessed to be able to work with these people and have my first single come out with such big names. Turn Up the Music was actually an idea that we had, because as an artist, you always want to have content and out, and you always want to let your fans know that you're out there and you're active and you're, working on your craft. And I think at the time we were so excited with the placement that W.O.W.Y had gotten of Turn Up the Music that I was just like, I need to do a cover and do a spin-off and put some salsa in there.
Right.
So I guess that Chris Brown felt like it was a really cool spin-off, and he felt proud to tweet about it. And I couldn't even believe it. When all of a sudden I had 100,000 views in a day, I couldn't really believe it, and I was just stoked, like I am right now. I can't even say it.
That's phenomenal. I have to tell you, because when I had told my mom when Chris had tweeted, I was like, Francesca did a cover to Chris's song, and he tweeted it out. She was like, that is so phenomenal. Like,
I know. Unfortunately, David, and I need to let you know this because I really want to let my fans know what happened to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel got terminated by YouTube.
Wow.
Okay? And I am devastated because I had built a lot of subscribers, and I had built a lot of views. For those who were my fans on YouTube, I will create a new account through Vivo, and it's going to be called Francesca Ramirez Official. So it's not up there yet because I'm trying to figure out what would be the best direction to start the YouTube, because I might not put the same content as I had before.
Right.
But it's really devastating. Like, I can't believe that YouTube did that to me. And their excuse was that I was putting commercially intended content, which means that you put videos that might be selling stuff, which is, I mean, that's not true.
Right.
Because as you all know, I have a fashion blog, and I've been helping a lot of clothing lines and brands to just, give them a little bit of exposure. And, like, I'm a fan of these brands, so I, like, do videos on them and put it on my YouTube. And I guess they consider that as commercially intended content. So it's very frustrating. So that's what I've been going through the past couple of days.
Wow. And, I mean, you know what, though? Because I had noticed it, I'm like, wait a minute. First of all, I was subscribed to this YouTube and everything. Like, I was just on it like a couple months ago. I was like, this YouTube, if y'all are listening, y'all need to let Francesca have her channel back, or else I'm going to have to come after y'all. Know your phone number. Don't play.
Yeah, exactly. I feel this has happened to a lot of people. I'm not the first person that goes through this. So I feel like if you guys help me get my account back, that would be like a miracle.
Definitely. Everybody, we're going to tweet to YouTube and call them up, email them, hit the support, all that stuff. We got to get Francesca's YouTube channel back right now. So do it as you listen. Please do it right now.
But you know what, David? I feel like also like things happen for a reason, and I might should just start like a new channel and start a new journey and start everything from scratch. Because everything I'm doing right now, it's completely different than what I was doing a year ago. So you never know. So I guess everything happens for a reason.
Definitely. So now, the single With or Without You, how would you say the response has been so far? Because, I mean, at first when you put, like, the snippet of it, like, I think maybe like a year ago, everybody was going crazy over it. And then you kind of, it didn't come out like it instantly as people thought it would. But now it's just like, whoa, everybody's like, this is hot. I'm loving it. Like, how's the response to you, though?
Thank you so much. Well, it's a funny story. W.O.W.Y was recorded about 2 years ago, and the reason why we couldn't release it was because we were having different labels put an offer for a record deal, and I guess that none of the offers really worked for what we wanted. Mm-hmm. So we kind of turned down a couple of the offers, and we wanted to continue doing music that way. These labels that we've already established a relationship would say, you know what, you do have more than one song that we believe in, and we will give you this deal, and like we'll push it. But we didn't want to run the risk of getting signed and being shelved, which happens to a lot of artists that have great content and they have great music, but unfortunately it might not be the right time, and they just put themselves in a position where they are stuck at a label. So getting signed to a major label is really just step one, because it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get signed and you're going to be famous the next year, Right. So that's the reason behind W.O.W.Y that it took so long. And the reason why we put it out without the label this year was because Target released the song along with Shay Marie, who's an iconic fashion blogger. And we just thought that it was a good time to put the song out. We thought that, the fans, they need to hear this song. And if people want to hear an original song, I think this is the perfect song to put out as a song that is if you didn't know me and you wanted to hear a song, that could be the song that you listen for the first time,
Definitely, because you had fans, from the work that you've done previous. Now, that means, people, you better go Google, because I'm not going to go there and talk about that. But that means research. People, do your research. And I know that people from those different many opportunities wanted to hear things, and even after. You put out stuff, but you changed your direction, but it just wasn't it. Now, as far as, me saying that and changing the direction, would you say that you're definitely happy with, switching direction of what you originally wanted to go and do?
Here's the thing. I can't really talk about what I'm doing right this second, but I am involved in a project. And this is a project that's going to come to life in the next couple of months, but I don't want to give away too much because it's not 100%.
Right.
But I am working on a new project, and I am involved in an opportunity that might be the right opportunity. So I want to hold on a little bit before I give away the scoop.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But for now, like, I am very excited about W.O.W.Y. I'm excited about the contest that I'm doing that I think I told you about.
Yeah, tell us about that, though.
For those who want to put some money in your pocket, and for those who have a creative mind and love music, I am giving away $1,000 in cash for the person that does the most creative video and upload it to YouTube with a segment of With or Without You, which is my single, and that's available on iTunes. So all you need to do, get your camera, go to your bedroom, go to your gym, whatever you need to do, pick a segment of the song. It could be a 30-second, 20-second, it doesn't matter. Put it on YouTube, call it, because this is very important, guys. You got to call it W.O.W.Y Contest by Francesca. And October 1st, I will be announcing the winner at the Latin Expo, which I will be a celebrity guest star and judge. And I will be also performing With or Without You over there. So, I don't know.
Yeah, and that's a great contest. $1,000, like, wow. What made you want to, go ahead and do this contest? Because that's, $1,000 is a lot,
I know. I wanted to invest a little bit on my own career, and I feel like nowadays you have to go the extra mile and, like, figure out ways to market yourself and help your music arrive. So I felt like, giving back to the people that's been there for me and supported me from day one. I think that it's a fun contest. People always love, like, doing dance stuff and just being funny and, like, doing videos. It's really popular now. Now you do videos on Vine, you do videos on Instagram, you have YouTube, like, Vimeo. Like, there's so much revenue for that I felt like it was just something good to give back and funny and fun to do for the fans.
That's a beautiful thing, and that's the kind of person you are. That's why I really like, your character, and that's why I love being friends with you, because you are very caring and giving back, and that's one of your things that is an objective, and I think that's very great, because not a lot of people have that objective and understand, I may be ahead of others, but I can still help them. Some people think, what? I'm ahead of the curve over other people, and I ain't got to help them. They will figure it out on their own. When there's a will, there's a way. You know what I'm saying, so I'm just glad that you're different.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
No problem. And before I let you go, because I know that you are shopping until you drop, let's talk about Lucky Flirts. Because that is phenomenal jewelry line, and I know that, that's like really been like a big success so far. Like, what inspired the idea for it?
Well, I lived in Miami for a little bit, and I went to fashion school over there. And I was going to school for clothes and to be a designer, but I didn't really have what it took to be a designer for clothing. I was just good at putting the clothes together and helping people with their style. But they had like this small course and for accessories, and I'm like, you know what? I should take this. So I took it, and I just found like a huge passion in jewelry making, and I'm that kind of girl that would work for weeks to save up money and go and buy like $165 bracelet. And I'm like, I can't be doing that no more. I need to make my own jewelry.
Right.
So that's what I did. I went to school. I learned the basics. I learned the business of it, and I created a bunch of pieces. And it kind of happened in Miami. I gave it to one artist, and that artist helped me kind of talk about the line. And the line was like, it happened really quickly. Really, like it, and I'm very blessed. And things just happened that way. Next thing you knew, my jewelry line was like all over the place in Miami. And when I moved to LA and I did the Pussycat Dolls, which for those who don't know, I used to be the lead singer for the last Pussycat Dolls. Mm-hmm. I was able to really give away a lot of jewelry for our celebrity guest stars in the show, and that also helped me build a catalog where my jewelry was wanted in a bunch of stores. So where I stand now with the jewelry line, I'm working on new collections. I'm working on getting my stuff in new stores in Europe and then and overseas. So that's really where I am right now with the jewelry. Just don't stop the hustle.
No, you can, and I mean, like I said, it's a great jewelry line. Everybody needs to go to the website luckyflirts.com. Check it out. I mean, got stuff for the fellas and the ladies. It's not just one sex, and I like that because I have some pieces as well, like blue onyx. I wear that very often. I love that bracelet. So you guys got to go check that out.
Thank you so much.
No problem. And speaking of, because I know you got to go, get back to your shop. I'm not going to keep you. But speaking of jewelry, you have this fashion blog, which you have, you just mentioned to us. This on the fashion blog.
Yes. So my fashion blog is called Love Fashion Couture. And I started the blog because I wanted to give people an opportunity to get to know me in a more personal aspect. So I felt like it was a good time to create a website that I could manage myself, because I manage my website and I put content every single day. So, and I don't need anyone to do it for me. So that way I can constantly be putting news and whatever I'm doing and where I am and all that. So it really happened because of that. Where I put my fashion and what I'm wearing, and if I'm going to events, and now it's turning into more of a place where I can introduce up-and-coming artists and stylists and designers and just creative people in general, which I actually should feature you, David, because I think that you're amazingly talented, and I think my readers would love to get to know you and your radio show and all of that.
Thank you. Yeah, we definitely would have to set that up.
So it's called Love Fashion Couture, and for those who love music and fashion, please go check it out. And if you are a designer or an up-and-coming artist, don't be shy to send me an email or subscribe to my blog, and let's get you featured on the blog. So, check it out.
Absolutely. Definitely check it out, everybody. I mean, because Francesca is doing and has been making some moves, and she will be. So, just stay tuned with her. And Francesca, I mean, thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm glad we were finally able to, set it up to talk about all your great endeavors.
No, thank you so much, and thank you for always being supportive of my career. I know you and I have known each other for almost 8 years now. So
yes,
you're gonna have to come to LA, and we're gonna have to sit down in person, because this long distance relationship ain't working for me.
I'm coming. I am coming by winter. Trust and believe I am. I know I said I was going to come, but I seriously am by winter. I know. You've been
saying this for 8 years.
I know.
Because before you weren't even old enough to like nothing. You were like, what, 12 years old?
15, 16, talking about I'm coming.
Yeah, you need to get your ass in LA.
Definitely, and I will be there for sure. So, Francesca, tell everybody where they can find you as far as the websites and social media.
Definitely. For everybody that wants to stay up to date with my stuff, you can find me on Twitter at Miss Francesca R, or you can find me on Instagram, Francesca Ramirez. I have it as Edgy Fashion Post, which I know it's a little bit complicated, but if you put Francesca Ramirez, you'll still find me. Mm-hmm. And you can also follow me on my blog, lovefashioncouture.com. And hopefully soon I'll have my new YouTube channel where I'll be posting all new videos and new content of everything else that's happening. And for those who are in LA and people that want to see me perform, I do have a show October 1st at the LA Live in downtown LA. So for those who want to come and check it out, I'll be there at 1 p.m. performing W.O.W.Y and also announcing the winner of the contest.
Most definitely. So people, make sure you go to the show. Check her out if you're in L.A. And if you're not in L.A., you're in Vegas, go ahead and go to the show because I told you to right now. So do that. Well, Francesca, thanks so much again for this interview. I appreciate you. And just, keep doing your thing because you always have my support. So just keep on.
Thank you so much, David. Well, hopefully one day I can just fly you out here.
Oh, that would be awesome.
And we can do an interview with footage and all of that.
Oh, absolutely. When are you coming back to the East Coast? Because you haven't been around this area in a while.
I don't know, Dee. I don't know. Hopefully my song does well, and hopefully this project that I was just telling you comes to life a little bit earlier than later, and we can start doing shows and start getting it in like the way it's supposed to be.
Absolutely, it will. Just keep faith, which I'm sure you will, and it will let God handle the rest.
Yes, definitely. It's been a struggle, and it's been a very hard journey, but it's part of your story, and it's part of what makes you who you are. So, I'm doing what I love, and that's what's important.
Absolutely. Well, Francesca, you have a good rest of the evening, my dear, and thanks again. I appreciate you.
You too. Thank you for everybody that's listening. Thank you so much, David, and have a great, great, great rest of your week.
Thanks. You too. Bye-bye.
All right, love. Bye.
Bye.